there, I'm X King. Welcome back to another episode where I review films currently in theaters. Today I am talking about Joyride. Joyride was directed by Ada Lim and follows Audrey, played by Ashley Park, who is this Chinese girl who was adopted at a very young age by a white American family. As such, she doesn't know a ton about her heritage or her birth parents. She is a successful lawyer and is sent to China to close a deal. To help her with translating, she recruits her best friend Lolo, who is pretty much the exact opposite and is played by Sherry Cole. She doesn't have a job, she's a artist, and she's very comfortable sexually wise. And along the way, they meet up with Lolo's cousin, Deadeye, played by Sabrina Wu, and Kate, who is this successful actress who was Audrey's roommate in college, played by Stephanie Hsu. And they go to this business meeting, and the Chinese businessman is not impressed that Audrey doesn't know her birth parents and doesn't know a ton about her heritage. To try to save the deal, Lolo makes up a lie that Audrey is close to her birth mother, so now Audrey and company have to go on a journey to try to find her birth mother and bring her to this successful businessman to try to prove that she knows where she comes from and her heritage. And that's the basic setup. It's a raunchy comedy road trip movie. And reviewing comedies are hard. You have to ask yourself if the comedy is meant for you, or if you just don't find it funny, or if it's just not good in general. And the problem with this movie is I do not like raunchy comedies, and I'm not a big fan of road trip movies. So this movie was definitely not meant for me. That being said, I did get a few chuckles. I did feel a little uncomfortable with the over amount of sexualized humor, but I feel like if you're okay with that, you're probably going to enjoy this movie a lot more because the raunchy comedy is everywhere. The road trip aspect is fine. I found it a little bit predictable. I kind of figured where the film was going to go and how it was ultimately going to end pretty early on. That being said, the emotional payoff is still good, and the build up to that moment is really well done. This film is wonderfully paced for a 90-minute movie, and I really felt like it didn't waste any of my time. And this is helped by the fact that all the characters in this film are really fleshed out. They all have good moments in the movie to really establish who they are as people. And if you're going to find a character that you're going to be able to latch on to for most of this runtime. For me, that was Deadeye, who was this socially awkward, but still a really nice person, wants a lot of friends, and I really felt for this character. I also felt like she had the best moments in the movie, and is definitely the funniest character in the film by far, in my opinion. This might have to do with the performance by Sabrina Wu, who is just fantastic in this movie. Her facial expressions are perfect, her comedic timing is right on, and she plays the socially awkward Deadeye to perfection. Now, all the actresses do a fantastic job with their respective characters and manage to sell them as real people, and is part of what makes this film actually good. The visuals are relatively okay. I do like that each location that we get to see on this road trip movie feels like its own thing and its own location with its own little niches and quirks. I really think that's difficult, but they manage to capture that feeling quite well. The music is mainly a lot of pop music and a lot of techno, and it's not for me, really. I don't really care for the music that much in this film, but again, I could see people liking it, and that's what's important. At the end of the day, guys, Joyride was not meant for me. I really did not care for the comedy that much, and I felt the story was overall predictable. That being said, I do recognize that there are fans who are going to like this film. There is a lot of people who are going to love the over the top raunchy comedy and are going to find the emotional payoff of the film worth worth the journey. And that's going to affect my score. I'm going to give the film a 6 out of 10. Though I had my problems, I do think this film has an audience, and I do encourage, if you like raunchy comedies and road trip movies, to give this film a watch because you will probably enjoy it more than I did. Anyway, that's what I thought about Joyride. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.